Hi everybody, welcome. It's Mona, and I'm so excited today to share with you a meditation that can help you release any ancestral patterns that are no longer useful in your life. So the intention for this video and for this meditation is to transmute these old patterns, these ancient patterns, into love. Because ultimately that's what we do as powerful people. We take energy that's given to us, that's passed on to us, and then we are able to alchemize that energy. We can transmute it into something that's so much more powerful, something that resonates on a higher frequency. And before we begin, take a moment to remove any distractions, and allow this to be a powerful experience for you. So what that means is turn off the other tabs on your computer, put your cell phone away, because you deserve this meditation and you deserve this healing. And when you devote all of your attention and all of your energy into one thing, you show that you're committed. And just like anything in life, what you put in is what you receive. And I really, really want you to benefit a lot from this meditation. So the first step always is to create the sacred space for the meditation to just naturally flow. So I'll give you a few seconds to do that. And while we're preparing, you can take a few deep breaths to center into your heart space. And with your breaths, you could draw all of your awareness into your heart. Healing work is real when it's centered in the heart. That's one of the main foundational laws of healing. Healing work is real when it comes from here. So take your last few breaths, breathing into the heart space. That allows your body to also be receptive to these teachings. And so before we begin, I'll share with you a little bit about what is ancestral healing. When we work with ancestral patterns, these are any patterns that have been passed down from generation to generation. So you could think about perhaps how your mother and father acted. What were the beliefs that they had about the world? What were the beliefs that they had about work, about success, about love, about possibility, and about potential? How do they treat each other? How do they treat their creativity, their bodies? Then you could think about the patterns of your grandparents and your great-grandparents and the patterns of your cultures, the places that you come from. And chances are that there are some really beautiful patterns passed down there, but that there's also a lot of patterns of pain, a lot of patterns of suffering and of struggle. And these are the ones that we actually don't have to carry around with us any longer. So the key point of shamanism and of this ancestral healing is that we have the chance to do things differently, that these patterns could end with us. And so that's the intention for today. It's to find these patterns that no longer resonate. And the main ancestral pattern that we're all letting go of, the belief that we're all letting go of, is that life happens to us. So for so many generations and for so many parts of our history, of our ancestors, we believed that we're victims, that our diseases, our relationships, our jobs, and everything happened to us. And our ancestors did the best that they could with what they had at the time. They were amazing. But many of them didn't live up to their potential. They didn't live up to their level of freedom, of creativity, of love, and of passion that they could. And so instead of copying those patterns, we could honor our ancestors and give them gratitude and then do something differently, meaning step into all of our potential and own the power that we have to create our lives. So step number 1 of this meditation will be to reflect on the pattern that you're letting go of today. And so if you have a journal in front of you, you could write this pattern down. But if you don't have a journal, you could simply think, what are the patterns that are passed down in my family? that don't resonate with the frequency of love. A great example from my culture is the pattern of believing that you have to work really, really hard in order to get what you want, that you always have to be working throughout the entire day, and that there's no room for play and for creativity, that life is basically just a series of a lot of hard work. And so that's not a belief that I really wanted to carry on anymore, which is why I chose to do this ancestral healing. So now that you have this pattern in your mind and in your heart, we can continue with the meditation. And if you don't have that pattern yet figured out, what I would recommend is actually pausing this video and taking that time for that reflection, because that makes this meditation even more powerful. Now, in order to begin, I'd recommend that you find a good seat on the ground so you feel really grounded, and that you invite your inner child to play along. Because when we do a shamanic meditation, we're actually visualizing, we're seeing a story. And this is where meditation doesn't have to be boring, it doesn't have to be serious, it's not about rules, it's about having the freedom of creative expression to go on a journey, okay? So find your seat. Take a few breaths. And remind yourself, I deserve this healing. I release all outdated patterns carried in my ancestral lineage, transmuting them into love and into power. These patterns end with me. I create my own path. I create something different. Is it still okay with the sound? Okay. Okay. So we'll begin our journey by visualizing a beach. And you find that you're laying down on this beach. Maybe you're laying down in a fetal position or curled up, but either way you're laying on the sand. And all of a sudden you feel this desire within you to wake up and to get up. So you begin to wake up and you stand up on this beach. And you notice that all around you, to your left and to your right, are people that are sleeping. They haven't woken up yet. Maybe these people are your ancestors. Or maybe they're others. But either way, you sense that there's this dense fog above them that keeps them asleep, keeps them from living life. You realize that you have a choice to make right now. You can either keep sleeping like the rest of this people, or you can wake up and dive into the ocean of life to live life fully. And it's up to you to make that choice. So you ask your heart, am I ready to awaken? Am I ready to fully be alive? And if your answer is yes, then you begin to walk towards the water. Feeling the freedom of taking the steps, carving out your own path. And once you reach the edge of the water with the shore, you dive in. You dive into the waters, feeling the water of the ocean cleanse you, feeling the weight of the past just washed away. You swim through, enjoying all the mobility And just noticing what's in the ocean, what appears for you. What's the color of the water? And you begin to dive deeper and deeper into the ocean until you hit the bottom of the ocean floor. And there you see a chest. It's a treasure chest. And you realize that this treasure chest is meant specifically for you. It's a gift to you from your ancestors. They wanted you to carve your own path. They wanted you to step into your personal power. And they left something for you just to congratulate you for doing that. You feel in your body the excitement and any other sensations of knowing that you're finally accessing your birthright to be free, to be a creator, to be powerful. And when you're ready, you open the treasure chest, taking a look inside. What gifts are awaiting me? What gifts has my lineage left me so that I can create the life of my dreams? You take some time to really explore these gifts and just notice them without any judgment or expectation. It's the art of noticing. Then you know it's time to swim back to shore. You're filled perhaps with gratitude, and you begin to swim back through these waters of life, so free, so liberated. The ocean has washed away any residue left over from any outdated pattern of your lineage, of your ancestors. And you begin to arrive back on shore. You step out of the water and you realize that for the first time you stand up tall, your shoulders are back, your heart is forward. You're filled with light. You feel so much lighter, you have less density. And you take some deep breaths, breathing into this new space that's been created in your body. And you also realize that you're glowing. That your light, your inner light now is so powerful that it just naturally spills over. And this is where your story begins, my friend. You've left the past behind. And now you're left with gifts. You're supported by your ancestors to create the life of your dreams. And they've given you specific tools, specific gifts to help you on the way. You take your last few deep breaths in this journey, feeling the expansion and the new space created. And then you begin to release this visualization, becoming aware of your physical body, of your fingers, your toes, And you take all the breaths that you need to fully ground back. Perhaps saying the mantra, I am grounded here in physical reality because I deserve to feel fully alive. When you're ready, you could open your eyes. So congratulations, you've made it through our ancestral meditation. The meditation that heals ancient patterns of pain and transforms them into patterns of love. Now, some things change after this meditation. So you're given a lot of freedom, but what you're also given now is responsibility. That you can no longer use the patterns of the past as an excuse. So from now on, you truly are responsible for creating the life of your dreams. You aren't a repeat of your parents' stories, and you're not a repeat of your grandparents' stories or even your cultures. You carry wisdom, and that's something that you keep with you. You also carry all the things that you've learned from them, but your choices are your own now. And so enjoy the freedom and the responsibility that comes with this meditation. And we'll end with a few mantras to solidify this energy healing. This allows the cycle to be complete because this is energy healing. It's energetic. Your body heals on the cellular level. So we'll seal it to conclude. And if you're alone, home in the room, feel free to say these out loud because the vibration of our voices is so, so powerful. I honor the stories of my ancestors. I honor my ancestors most by creating my own story. I honor my ancestors by stepping fully into my power and freedom. I honor my ancestors by releasing their patterns of pain and transmuting them into love. I am the creator of my own reality, and I have the power to transmute any low vibration into love. I invoke and declare that all low vibrational energies are released into the ground or are transmuted into love. It is done. And that's that. Thank you, my friends. If you have any questions, any comments, feel free to comment below. Feel free to share the video with your friends or families who could benefit. And this tool of ancestral healing is just one of the tools that we work with in our Awaken Love transformational program, which teaches you how to fully open your heart, to feel fully alive and embrace your freedom. So if you're interested in that, if you feel deeply called to feel alive in every moment of your life, to see love around you, to feel it inside your body, then reach out to me and we'll chat. We'll see if the program's right for you. Namaste, sweet ones. Aho.